G'day, welcome back to the walkabout. So what we're going to do now is pop on down. We're still doing some Cassidus quests. You can see there's a Grancis herb. We're going to take that because it's useful for other quests. But in here we've got some beefsteak and we've got some pumpkin. And over here we've got a large fish. All of which is really good sort of health-giving stuff. So back out here. Now, in the main drag, you've got a couple more quests you can do. So we're going to head up. You want to do these at dawn, if you can. Don't forget, there's some pumpkins in here, some mushrooms. In the shops, there's an airtight flask where you can store things, and we have one of our shops, Iola.
Well, child. Though I'm not certain they're open.
Up to your old mischief, Minnow. If you've time to gad about, make yourself useful.
Gad about?
We all knew the dragon was coming.
No, you didn't.
The faith can keep their prophecies. The dragon always comes around, sure as the seasons. You look well, child.
So she sells some stuff early in the game. She sells berries for a little bit of health, twig beams, a little bit of health for a twig bean, carrots. She sells hasped milk for quite a lot of money. Really, it's not really worth it. Spicy mushroom tea, smother sap. Oops. Yeah, definitely cancel the transaction.
You look well.
Hemp. And she sells some outfits. Basic stuff. We don't want any of that at the moment, and you can sell things to her as well. So out we come. And we're going up the hill. Before we do though, pop in here to the right, and you're going to see this guy.
Hey, a moment. I would not ask this
Elva. What's up, Elva?
I have news for Merin. Dark news. I fear I cannot bring myself to face him.
Why are you jiggling?
Will you go in my stead?
Sure,
His
I'll tell him.
brother is dead.
His brother's dead.
It happened on the shore of his
Yeah, we're worried about that.
And Cortez leapt before the beast's talons to shield us.
What a guy.
Saw him hurtling through the air.
All right,
Saw him fall back to the ground.
calm down.
I did nothing. Just watched the poor man die. I cannot face Merin for the shame of it.
Oh, I hear.
I know what happened, but please go and tell him.
All right, well let's deliver the news to Merin. So you can see, there's my orange circle. Now I happen to know where Merin is, so he's right around next to Benita. So pop down to where Benita was. There she is in there, remember? And he's just around the corner here. Oh, he's in there still. Okay, he hasn't come out yet. Sometimes. Oh, he's still here. Oh, we just woke up.
Are you certain we ought to...
What? Cortez is found?
He's dead, mate.
I see.
Yeah.
Elvar has suffered in this as
Well, not so much as Cortez, really.
Cortez made his choice. He faced his end with valor and died a man.
Well, how else was he going to die?
He has no cause to blame himself. My thanks, good Fisher. I am sorry this burden fell upon you. I shall go and put Elvar at ease.
The least we can do is pay our respects to the dead.
So, you've told him, come and tell Elvar that he's off the hook. So run back up here and you can see the little orange dot, because sometimes Elvar leaves his house and goes to church. If you wait a little while, that's what he'll do, but at the moment he's still there, so come back in.
I thank you, cousin. Pray forgive the trouble my cowardice has placed upon
Yeah, that's okay, mate. We all get cowardly at times.
Ortiz did not trade his life for mine, so I could wallow in idle self-pity. I live the best I am able, for his sake.
Oh, good on you. So he's learnt little moral. So that that's another 100. That's going to really help you get early levels in this game. But back up here to the church, you can see it's quite a nice church. It's got a little, little graveyard by the side, and we can come here and we can check out the graves of the people who died. There they all are. Now, even though a few characters say, you should go and see them, it's mainly this, so you can pick up free stuff like Mithridate and Green Warish. So it's a bit self-serving, but useful, So remember, listen to the pawns, they do tell you useful stuff. But we're also going to come around here, and I want to show you these things. So where you see crates and boxes, you can trash them, and very often there's things inside. So there's a poison flask there and a rock, neither of which I particularly want, but into the church, into the chapel, and you can see that there's a little quest happening up here with the priest.
Tis selfish to beg a favor in such times, I know, but there is aught I would ask your help in.
Is it how to use the word ought properly? Because you're not really doing that at the moment. Ought really means kind of anything, not something.
I would ask your discretion. In the wake of the dragon's coming, many of the villagers have come to offer prayers. As a novice and a newcomer, I welcome the chance to be of use, but...
Yeah, good on you.
I have
You've lost your scriptures. You've lost your scriptures. You have one book. You had one job.
The scriptures were secure in the chapel last I saw them. I do not wish to believe them stolen. If you come upon them, pray see them back to me. I would be ever in your debt.
So someone has stolen his scriptures, and you have no real clue as to where they are.
We'd best check places people rarely go. Where could that book have gotten to?
We'd best check places people rarely go. Who's this?
I confess it. I took my father's book from the chapel. I tried to go back and find the book, but I was in such a panic as I ran. I just wanted to look at it. Just curious is all. Forgive me. I cannot remember where I lost it. I thought to steal a glance and then return it, but the dragon came and I dropped it as I ran. Cor, what am I to say to him now?
Well, Lewis, dude. So Lewis nicked it and ran, and you got to think, well, where would a 13-year-old boy go? And if you have a look here, just above my head, there, that's where they are. They're sitting right on that roof. So, don't kill yourself scouring the whole neighbourhood looking for them. Just come here, grab the scriptures.
I'll take that.
And bring them back.
The scriptures. You found them.
Yeah.
Oh, Maker be praised.
No,
I cannot thank
it was
you
nothing.
enough. Truly, the people of Cassidus are a good-hearted bunch. Now I can once more offer proper prayer on behalf of the village. But I have dallied long enough. There is work for me to do.
And you pick up some XP there. So that should actually get you pretty close to level 4 at least, which is great.
Them beasts will burn the whole world up, way I...
So, he's going to tell us to go to the camp again. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Before we do, down to your right here is a chest. Some coins in this case, but again, that's an ornate chest, which means it may be something good later on, worth gaming it. And down we go. Okay, now we're going to go to the encampment. Now, when you go to the encampment, this is the main show. You will be doing some serious battling, so make sure you've got yourself some curatives before you head out. The encampment lies to the west, and you've got a little compass sort of happening. So if you look,
This path should see us there.
we kind of want to go that way. And if we click on this thing to say take us to the encampment, You can see that it's pretty much due west. There it is there. You can just follow the road and you won't meet any goblins, but, you know, I don't really care about goblins at this stage, and I want to go to the encampment, so I'm just going to go straight there. We will go back and forth a few times. Look, there's no other fast travel mode. There's no horse or conveyance of any sort. The only fast travelling in the game is from port crystals, which I'll show you later on when we start to use them. But you pick up some XP for just simply turning up here. Okay, in we go. I can hear your voice.
I know the way, Master. Follow me.
If only Rook would shut up. There we go. And there's the encampment, and it's got a rift stone in it. So before you do that, check out what's over here. We've got a Harspit sauce, and check out in this bag. There's usually some goodies. Except now there's just a flask of water. Dose of strength is pretty good. War bugle's pretty good. Another war bugle. Foreign knife is going to come in handy. You can chat to Ekbal.
Have all you need? We are an inn first and foremost.
Not really an inn, are you, mate?
Simple logic.
Not really.
Your belongings or aid in learning new skills. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
I wonder if I know. So, if you are a warrior, there's a particularly good strider skill, which is jumping attacks more powerful, eminence, and it's really helpful. And it's the only one I don't have. So, all right. No, I'm not going to change my enable skills. I just want to have it.
Have your pick. Any you like.
I'm going to dump some of our stuff. I'm going to keep the foreign knife for reasons that will become obvious later. But I'm dumping everything else. Don't really need it.
What will it be today?
Okay.
Have your pick. Come again.
Now you can sleep overnight here as well, and it's certainly cheaper than Grand Soren, which will come in handy. Alright, in we come. And press.
Can you hear our voice? We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you.
Stereophonic sound.
Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting.
This greeting's a little strange and impersonal.
This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen. For they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion.
Well, my will is pretty powerful.
To be among the Arisen. Prove the strength of your resolve. Very well. Then we shall guide you in your trial. If you are an Arisen in truth, his humble task will prove no obstacle. The Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all threats.
Foreign and domestic.
Well, a tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I have a tireless strength of tireless self-improvement? Is that me? But after you've taken that, there's going to be a cutscene. Dun dun dun, and the music will kick in.
The beast comes. Hurry.
Sir Publius, with Sir spelt strangely. Before we go and help Sir Publius, come over here to this notice board. This one is hard to get to and can be a bit annoying to find. So phantasms, undead warriors, spiders, 3 cyclopses, and lots and lots of female bandits.
All ready for battle?
All ready. Born ready. As soon as you come out here, you're going to fight a cyclops. So, Greek. We've got myrmidons. We're fighting a cyclops. This is straight out of Homer. Bring it on. One great thing about this game, of course, is the music, which we're about to be treated to now. There we are. Lovely classical illusions. Now, this thing, sadly, or happily, is mostly dead. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. and it's mostly dead. So this is going to be really easy for us, but my advice, I'll show you how if I were you, the first thing you should do is take out the goblins. Because the goblins will come and get you while you're doing stuff. Right, once you've taken out the goblins, if you're a strider, hop on the back of it and climb up. But I'm going to use my bow and just make short work of it. And you get quite a few XP for this, so you're going to pick up about, you know, between 500 and 800 XP, which is lovely. And then we see this bad guy. Something, 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 dark side. Okay. Don't forget your goodies. We did kill a baddie. Pick up your beast steaks, pick up your coin pouch, and the rugged bone. Your rugged bone. So, job done. We can now come in and talk to the good pawns. We have done as asked. You're quite right.
Shall we search the area?
With that, you are the Arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt. Now, I bid you select a companion for the journey ahead.
Okay.
They shall serve you, and you alone, to share in your hardships and aid you in every endeavor.
So now you get to choose and build a character creation companion. This is important if you're going to have one, because in our case, what I'm going to do is pick someone big, and I want her big because I want her to carry heavy things. Now let's have a look. Is that going to take us up to 90 Ks? How silly are they? I wanted to get up to 90 Ks if I can, because at 90 Ks, so you can see the weight there, at 90 kilograms she can carry more. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. 90 kilos. Okay, so there's her face. I don't know if I like that face. So you can change her face shape. There she is. That's Spike. She's an orc, just like me. And you get to now choose her class. So we're going to make her initially, she's going to be a mage, because we want her to eventually be a sorcerer. Now, she's also pretty heavily leveled up, but not as much as us probably, because I did a lot of this stuff solo. Okay. And everybody bows because you rock. You're the king of the pawns. Bring it on. So one thing to remember, when you turn around, and we're going to get the rest of our party here, I'm going to replace Rook because he's just thoroughly annoying and I don't need him. And he's level 6 and I'm level 110. But you come into the Rift and you're going to get, if anyone's online, if any characters are online, you can see I'm summoning at the moment, and what often happens is, yep, there we go, we've got some characters who are at the same sort of level as us. And what I want are exclusively dudes with bows.
I am honored to travel.
Dudes with bows, please.
Is everything in order, Master?
Yes, Arisen.
Ladies with bows, even better.
We cannot take on any more followers.
Now you can switch in a pawn by choosing one you don't want and saying, see you later.
May our paths cross again.
Okay, so now we've got our party, which has me, I'm going to be a warrior, we're going to have a sorcerer, and then we're going to have 2, if possible, ranger, like bow people, so either rangers or striders depending on what's available. And that's my party, and it's a nice balanced party. It also means I've got quite a few people who can do ranged attack. Now when you turn around and start to walk back that way, that dude over there with the big 2-handed sword is going to ask you to come and do a little task.
Ah, a master and his pawn, is it?
Sure is, dude.
You'll be quite the force on the day you learn to fight as one. Mind you, that is a skill better honed in practice than in the heat of mortal combat.
I hear ya.
Help in that regard, should you wish it.
A little bit of training would be great. So this is a great place to learn how your pawns move and what happens.
The man of the enlistment corps. Never turn away the eager. We are ready to begin. Are you?
Yes.
Let me be clear from the outset. I'm a harsh master, whoever the pupil. You'll complete 3 forms of training in sequence. Each serves to hone a different quality. You'll need more than raw muscle here. If you find a task too difficult to manage, you might reconsider your party. There are other pawns here. You can choose among them if you care to. The first task is carrying freight. Haul the lot of them before my count ends. You're free to choose your company, but this is a task too great for just one person. Many hands lighten any load, as they say. Now, get to it. We'll begin your task.
So you've got to grab the 3 bits of the bits of freight. You do that by R2 on the PS4, and I'm guessing the external right trigger on Xbox. So there are 4 of them, 1 in the middle, 1 on the left, and 1 on each top. And they've got to go to that circle. Okay, he's going that way, I'll go this way. We should be able to do it in record time. Having lots of pawns here is really helpful, just because it takes a while otherwise. You don't want it to run back twice. So drop it in the circle, just like everybody else. Done!
We must hurry. There's no time.
Enough! Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior afore long. Next is combat training. You'll face my scarecrow army here. Destroy them before my count ends. A large group will be of help again, but a company will be... You'll set...
So, kill the scarecrows. I tend to go past them up to the back first.
Any that would target the Arisen are mine.
Force alone will topple them.
I'll fell it with a spell. The deadline draws near, sir.
We have triumphed.
Enough!
So he says the same thing again. And the second lot are a bunch of scarecrows, but the blue ones are best felled by magic. Now, happily, my daggers are magic daggers, so I can actually get all of them.
Scarecrow's weak to blows.
Us alone will topple them. That was hardly a warm-up.
Done.
Enough! That's the fastest I've ever seen it done.
Yeah, mate.
On a task fit to challenge even a seasoned warrior.
Thanks for the clap.
Well done. You've completed your training. See now the difference. Well selected. You'll learn the rest from actual combat.
So a nice chunk of experience for doing that. Now, I want to show you something. If you go up to this guy and a few of the other important NPCs and say speak, I can now give him the option of a present. If you give him a foreign knife, or a skull or something like that, then he will give you a quest later on in Gran Soren. And if you want to be a warrior, you want his quest, because his quest is going to give you, if you succeed at it, it gives you a really good sword. Okay, now comes a challenging bit for the new player. What you're going to have to do is come and talk to Sir Mercedes, this lady here.
I am Mercedes. I lead the men of the enlistment.
Hello, hello.
I've heard talk of the Arisen. They say you hold dominion over the pawn.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once.
They are a clumsy lot. I cannot call them into this world as you do, though, nor make traveling companions of them. What manner of magic lets you command them so? Well, it matters not. The dragon is come. I'll welcome any help, be it pawn, arisen, farmer, or fishwife. Make use of the encampment as you please. Are you
Okay.
rest?
Yeah, let's have a sleep.
Repose is the better part of readiness.
Lovely bit of alliteration. Repose is the better. I'll see if I can try and drag it out to show you the 3 parts. Oh! Yep. Sometimes it bites you. Now, if we hit it enough, it'll come forward for the second part. Oh, I cut the head off. Okay. Well, you've killed the Hydra. And, ooh, it had an eerie marking on its head. Just the same kind of marking that the Cyclops had. What's going on? Hey, lads. What's with the Madonna breastplate?
Ancient tales of the Arisen are well and good, friend. They are for real, Titan. Arisen. I see better now from whence the legends arose.
Yeah, mate.
Good judgment, swift footwork. Impressive, truly.
Oh, you know how it is.
In any case, the Duke will want to know of this attack. I'd hoped to gather a larger force before leaving for the capital, but the Hydra's head and the Arisen who claimed it make up the difference amply. I cannot say what the pass may hold. You'll need your strength.
I'll bring it.
It will be slow going with a cart. I dare say you will have no trouble catching up. We'll
Easy
meet at the
peasy.
Wayne Castle. Till then, I bid you rest well. 'Tis a long road ahead.
Great. Will do. So now we've picked up the quest to go to the Way Castle. But we're not going to do that.
If you find combat a struggle, it may behoove you to adjust your party.
Behoove. So, if you buy from Reynard 10 times...
No.
Every time I see him, I buy something, because if you buy from him 10 times, you get a quest,
No. Let us pray.
which is nice. Okay. Out we come. We're going to go back to Castus, because if you come back out this gate, you meet a guy, and the guy says some stuff. You meet a guy who says some stuff.
That terrible creature. I saw it from my spot at the post. What was it?
Hydra, mate.
It's been dispatched then?
Yeah, it's all good.
Thank the Maker. Hold a moment. Is Kina not with you?
No.
She was said to lead the village in search of art for your wounds.
What?
Thought you accompanied her. These are dark times for a girl alone in the wild. Any idea where she might be off to?
No.
Well sturdy, this place.
Okay. We're going to go and deal with Kina. So, run back to Cassidus.
The Duke could stand to commission some new roads.
And you can see now we're running slower and we're kind of heavy breathing a bit.
It's safest on the roads.
And that's because if you look at our weight, we're average. Because we're carrying all that extra stuff.
Endeavor to be ever calm in battle.
And the reason I bought 10 shackles from Arena is that you can use shackles to create what are called skeleton keys. And you're going to need those later on in the game. But for the moment, we're just going to head back to Cassidus, and
Tis your hometown, is it not, Arisen?
there'll be a few more quests back at the ranch now that we've defeated that little Cyclops before we head out. So I'm going to leave it here this time, and pick it up next time when we'll start to play a few more of these little Cassidus quests. See ya.